Friends, hello, let's talk about metamaterials here. So I have not talked about this company, this stock / in a minute, let me tell you. But I was doing my weekly scan and I said, what is going on with metamaterial here? They have been doing pretty good on the stock. Now this is one that I told people 2 months ago. I was like, hey, this could go either way. I'm not going to tell you to buy, sell, trade. You have a company that just merged with a company. There's a big broad view of what is going on here. This is going to be a little bit of an interesting situation we're going to be seeing here with metamaterials, and honestly it's been doing pretty good. Now of course it's had its up and downs here since the merger, but it's actually been reacting and responding very well here since the merger, I believe. Now before we get into what is going on with the company as an outlook, let's look at some volume here the past 2 weeks with this in the stock price itself. So obviously, this week has not been great. We've just been kicking the can down the road once again. Last week, we were pretty much kicking the can down the road then too, but we were seeing a lot more of a hike up last week when it started off, but as you can slowly see, it is falling apart, especially into this week, now that it is Wednesday. But look at the volume right here. The volume on this stock pretty much stays around this crazy volume in the high teen millions, and then last week on the 17th it even hit around a 36 million in volume. So there's still quite a bit of trading in the stock, and this is what you like to see. You like to see big volume because it tells you there's still a lot of people here messing with this stock, and that's what makes a great healthy stock that's moving around quite a bit. Now as I was looking up information to try to find what was going on with the company, I came across this article and I was like, what? This thing got my attention real fast here. Despite the wild swings, metamaterials should reach $20. So in this article, there's not a whole lot of new news to us right now as investors, but there's a little bit of new news. So obviously, the article talks about the merger we just had. Touchlight merged with metamaterials. That was in June, the end of June. And the company has had a very big, broad outlook of what they're doing. And we know they have a lot of cash in the bank from this merger that they are using and keeping the company at a steady flow right now. But we still have not seen quarterlies come out since the merger. That's not a huge big deal, but it is a big deal in the sense of there's a lot of people waiting for them and they want to know what's going on now that this company has absorbed this other company. And what is the outlook, the big broad outlook of the future here? Now, the CEO has recently come out and said that soon, in X amount of time, very soon, that they will be releasing details on some new big deals they have coming out here with partnerships, deals with companies, whatever it might be for metamaterial. So obviously we could see a pretty big spike up in metamaterials here in the coming future. And the future could be pretty much sooner than later. This could happen pretty soon here. But one big thing at the end of the article ends with saying that metamaterials has brought in strong revenues and is now listed on the NASDAQ. In the near future, $20 might be in store. So this is very interesting. This is quite the bullish claim right here with this article. I'm going to be honest. I have maybe seen, like, in the past 5 years, I have maybe seen 1 or 2 articles where somebody has shot so high up with what they think this is going to do. Now, I'm not knocking the article. I think this is great because when you have positive articles like this for a company, obviously other people that write articles, other analysts, whatever they might be, they're going to respond, they're going to react to this, and a lot of these guys kind of follow each other because they don't want to get left out of the pack. So that's why when you have a company that's maybe not doing so well, or it just had a rough week, they'll come out and say, this thing's crap, get out of it, it's falling apart, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time. Then a month later the stock will have some news, it'll be doing amazing, people and these articles will be like, wow, you should really get into this. This has got a really big future. So these are kind of always back and forth. And, obviously everything comes with risk when you're investing in it, especially the market, however, if you're doing long term, you're doing short term, you're gambling with things, you're trying to catch a squeeze, whatever it might be, there's risk involved with everything in the market, of course, especially with this crazy economy where we're at with politics right now. So guys, I'm not going to go crazy into detail about metamaterials here. I've made a lot of videos on these guys and I like them a lot. I'm very bullish on them. I really do think this is going to be one that's going to take a little bit longer in the oven to cook here, but it's got all the right stuff. It's got all the right recipes to do something big here. In this $20, you know, and obviously this is just a guy saying this. So, you know, like I'm saying here, you know, I wouldn't take like your life savings and put it in metamaterials here. I would just take this as a grain of, you know, a little nugget of gold here and go, well, that's pretty interesting that they're saying that. And like I said, the chart's doing great, the volume's doing amazing. This is something that is looking like it's trying to walk its way up here into a $6 mark, maybe into a $7 within another month here, as slow as it's moving up here, because even though we have sell-off right now, we're still seeing high volume, we're still seeing a little bit of a walk up here, and this thing was almost at a $7 range here just 3 weeks ago. So don't be surprised to see metamaterials play around this $5 to $7 mark here the rest of September, and especially going in October, going to be very interesting. So friends, with all that said, hey, really wish you all the luck with this one. I really mean that. I hope it changes things for you. But friends, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff that you're supposed to do on YouTube. I really do appreciate you guys. But remember, be positive, be you, take time to invest in your future. Really important, guys. So many amazing opportunities right now in the market to invest in. It's unbelievable. But friends, talk to you real soon. Bye everyone.